Welcome back. Glad you could join me again. Sam the electrician here, speaking about Western independence, Alberta separation. There was a major press release that I received on Friday night this last weekend, so I thought I'd do something different here and just read the press release for everyone who isn't on the mailing list, so bear with me. As I say, this is all written by Wexit Canada. This isn't any of my opinion or anything. I'm just going to read straight from the press release. So here goes. With the impending federal registration of Wexit Canada as an official political party within Elections Canada, the political conditions for Alberta's peaceful and lawful secession from Canada have finally been met. This is for the four following reasons. A. The increasing trend of Ontario voters to elect Liberal members of Parliament will ensure that the Conservative Party of Canada will never form federal government again. B. The projected success of Wexit Canada to elect members of Parliament in the 104 federal ridings of Western Canada will ensure that the Conservative Party of Canada will never form federal government again. Then it has some brackets, and it says the estimated success of Wexit is based on the electoral results of the Reform Party in the 80s and 90s. C. Knowing that they will not be part of any future government of Canada, Western Canadian Conservative Party MPs in Alberta and other provinces are expected to cross the floor to become Wexit MPs in accordance with the will of their constituents. And D. Knowing that he will never become the Prime Minister of Canada, and in order to maintain his political relevance, Jason Kenney is now forced to hold a referendum on the lawful separation of Alberta from Canada. Otherwise, he and his governing UCP will soon be outflanked on the political right by an emergent Alberta First type party and lose the 2023 Alberta general election. Peter Downing, founder of Wexit Canada and Wexit Alberta, has delivered a 5-page letter to Premier Jason Kenney outlining the above situation. You can read this letter here, and they provide a link which I will provide in the description of this video. Wexit Canada's approach is supported by voices all across industry, labour, public sector, senior citizens, immigrant communities, and Indigenous communities within Alberta and other parts of Western Canada. Direct political action is necessary to maintain the quality of life of all Albertans, as Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has stated that he intends to, quote, phase out the Alberta oil sands, end quote. Mr. Trudeau's statements echo the sentiments expressed by his predecessor, Stephen Harper. Albertans, however, demand economic liberty, social stability, and the right of self-determination. Wexit Canada also seeks to deepen Alberta and Western Canada's economic, diplomatic, and security relationship with the United States of America. A free and sovereign Western Canadian Republic will make the world a better place. In the weeks and months ahead, the Wexit movement looks forward to beginning the collaborative, citizen-led initiative of drafting a formal constitution for a sovereign Alberta. Wexit Canada is the federal branch of the Western Canadian Sovereignty Movement. For more information or for media requests, please write to info@wexitcanada.com. And that's the end. So, interesting. Some opinion in there that I don't necessarily disagree with. The estimated success of Wexit is based on the electoral results of the Reform Party. The 80s and 90s were a long time ago. Hopefully, we're just as successful, if not more successful, this time around. But an interesting step forward, nevertheless. I also have some friends that attended the Wexit rally in Edmonton, Alberta, this last weekend. They said it was totally packed. Like I was saying, the venue that they got was too small, and everyone knew that. So they got 800 or 900 people crammed into a 700 person venue. They said it was a good talk, a little long, and they also said that they thought that one of the speakers was going on a little bit too long about the theory of it all, which everyone knows exactly why we are where we are. I think everyone is very thirsty for the next step and information on how they can help and how we can all move forward together and actually make this happen. And the one gentleman was saying that he thought that the topic went on a little long, sort of about what we're trying to avoid by separating, and we all know what we're trying to avoid. So anyway, just a quick video today about that. I'll leave a link in the description so you can read Peter Downing's letter to Jason Kenney for yourself and see what you think. I'm going to make a video on that tomorrow and give my impressions and opinions on that. And yeah, thanks for joining me. Have a good one.